Okay, hello everyone. So today we're doing another design with me video. This one's really kind of rough, but I've had it in my mind for a really long time. I'm gonna try and explain it, but I think you'll get the vibe more as you get to the end of the video, so who knows if it'll make sense. But basically, my thought is I kind of wanted like this 70s like shag carpet, like full room carpet, wood paneling, sort of drab, I guess not drab, but like green, like camel, khaki coloring, and just really like dated looking furniture. I don't know, it's not mid-century modern because that's too nice, and it's not like fully like the classic groovy, excuse me, groovy 70s, but it's something like that. And I don't think I quite get to it in this design, but I get pretty close. But I just wanted it to look like those like homes from the 70s, like true like suburban um homes where it's just like you walk in and you're like, oh my God, like this is so dated. Like that's kind of the word I want it to fit. So like dated. And I've had these furniture items I've been saving for a while to do it. So what I'm doing right now on this clip, sorry for talking over it, but that's okay because I'm just gonna keep doing this for the whole time, is taking out the items from my dock to see what I already have that will fit. And there's some stuff that I've like kind of traded for with this in mind, and some things that I haven't. But this is kind of fun to just like go through and be like, okay, what do I have? What can fit here? What have I been like kind of like subconsciously keeping for it? And yeah, so I go through. If you've seen any of my other design with me videos, I do the same path in every single one. I go through my entire dock to try and see what I have. And that's why it's so fun to kind of have some distance between doing these videos, because you can really like collect up items that you don't know what you're going to use for, and then you get to kind of like remind yourself of all the amazing items you had. So it's a very like rough part of the design, but that's always where I start because I just have so many things in my dock that I'm like waiting for the right opportunity to use. And I would say that items that I'm like most inspired by are those um like those are PSI couches, the like eagle ones. That just feels like so classic and I love them. Like that's kind of another vibe I'm going for, is like kind of like the lazy boy type like TV scene. Like that's, I don't think any of this is super comprehensible, but hopefully it's kind of fun to see it. It's a really like quirky design, and it's a lot messier than maybe like what usually looks good. So really pushing myself with it to just kind of like explore all these different options in it. But yeah, so I kind of put like everything in there. This is where it gets messy because I fill up the walls too. But I also did this in two iterations, one day and then the other. And then I also like, I voice over them, so I don't know, like I just kind of design and then I add this after, but it it comes together very slowly. But anyways, this is kind of another fun part, is where I go through Adobe Shop and just buy things that I think would go. I started with less Kin's cash than I would like for this, which is definitely part of the reason why I switched days, because it ended up being a lot of things I wanted to buy. There's like a lot of fun themes for like sort of the kitschy, like 70s, 80s vibes of like really thinking about like what Americans like, of like, I think of like the Polynesian hotel, like the obsession with like Asian, um, not, that's not even Asian, like island things, like just things that people thought looked really cool, but um, just placed in their suburban homes. But anyways, continuing through, but you're gonna see a lot of selling, which is hilarious, because I was really in the groove and wanted to keep going, but I get some fun carpeting choices, which I liked. I thought that was cool. Here I am with a little bit more money, that's always good, and I'm gonna buy a lot more stuff. And this is where I really think things start coming together. I'm working on the different sections of the room, which I actually am really proud of myself for doing this. I struggle a lot with having different sections because I don't love like just how like obvious the dividers are. I don't know, I like a little bit more creative ways to divide up the room, but I have some intriguing ways I like made different room sections this time. There are like dividers, of course, but I thought the bathroom was kind of a funny one that you'll get to see, but yeah, it's slow and steady as I go through every part of the W shop. I always think that's best to go through literally every part. And now we kind of do the same thing that we did with the PSI and just like force in everything I got from the W shop. It looks like a hot mess here, which is totally okay. It's gonna come together, I swear, very, very slowly, but yeah, I'm buying a lot of the wood paneling, and then I sell back the things I think don't work. It's really like iterative and it's kind of fun. I started really getting into that sort of like, I think it's like the Asian inspired one. I just think that works so well here, of like kitschy things Americans would want to buy without like really understanding the meaning of it or really anything about it. But yeah, so this is the bathroom. I chose those gold sort of sink and toilet because I just think that's so classic for the bathrooms. When I think of this era, or like the thing I'm trying to emulate, like the bathrooms are really the part that like really stands out, and it's like so funny to me, of just like over the top mess. So that's why I really wanted to include it, because I was just like carpet in the bathroom, so classic, like crazy color bathroom stuff. Yeah, so I just kind of filled that up, and I think that ended up looking great. I mean, it's super nonsensical, but it's fun, so I like that. I also started working on the kitchen and trying to put together a little thing. I love, love, love that stovetop, which is a PSI item, and I just think it fits perfectly in here. I didn't really have a good vision for what the kitchen and bedroom would look like, because I don't know, I loved that like funky girl like vanity, but I don't think it worked out well. And I started getting obsessed with like tiles. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of you know, this sort of era, so you'll see me kind of put together a fun way of making tiles, which I love doing. I think stuff like that's fun. I don't know if it turned out perfect, but that's kind of the goal, so maybe I'll redo it sometime. And then I'm going to kind of, you know, play around with the bedroom. So it's really rough. Even looking now, I'm like, ugh, this actually didn't turn out as well as I thought it did. Like, it didn't come together in the way I thought it did, but I think it's still fun. It was definitely something that I felt inspired by to do, and that's kind of fun to always like find things that I'm inspired by, because sometimes I lose interest and I'm like, oh, what am I like working towards? But this is definitely super, super rough. I mean, like, looking at it now, I'm like not satisfied with so much of it, and there's just so many different items I'm gonna replace, and it'll be one of those iterative processes. So hopefully it was fun to just kind of like see my thought, maybe be inspired. I don't think it came together all the way, but it was fun to put together and just kind of see how it looked. So yeah, that's all for this design video, but I'll see you guys next time.